Good day. I'm on vacation, but I just couldn't resist getting on and sharing a supplement to the article I just published on our Facebook and on our Watchman Chronicle page, which I would encourage you to subscribe to if you have not already, so that those articles can come out to you directly. But I wanted to share a few things because I feel like spiritually we're entering a season where we have to be careful in the utmost fashion. We have to be aware, we have to have vision. I was talking in the article about Elijah and how he experienced both humility and pride, and that the humility that he came to at one particular point of his life after his greatest victory brought him to the place where he made this declaration. He said, "I am no better than my fathers." Now that statement is revealing in so many ways, because it suggests that up to that point, he in fact did believe that he was better than the previous generation, that he was more obedient, that he was more diligent, more faithful, more zealous to God. In fact, that's how really he saw himself. But there is something that God has to get across to us, and that it is to use a New Testament paradigm in the words of Jesus expressed this way, when Jesus said, "Without me, you can do nothing." Now that is in John 15:5. It's in reference to fruit that we are meant to bear, that without him, we can bear no fruit. Now, taken literally, it's true also, because his word holds all things together. Now, he's not threatening to cause the atoms to split and the electrons to fly off the neutrons of the atom and, cause everything, but he sustains us in every conceivable way. We just can't see it. And that's why pride is such a dangerous thing, because pride assumes it has more abilities than it does. It assumes that it can protect itself. And humility has a very clear perception of our limitations, and our limitations are great. Fact is, we can't see anything unless it is revealed. Spiritually, this is so important in this season, because I believe that the greatest weapon we have is dependency on God, the acknowledgement of his grace that sustains us, his power, that everything that's good that happens in our life is a gift that's given, and the understanding of that, the constant expression of that, the inner heart acknowledgement of that, where there's no arrogance that says, "I did this myself." You remember when Herod was judged, and when Nebuchadnezzar was judged. Nebuchadnezzar looked at the king. "Here is the great Babylon, which I built." And Herod, receiving the praises, they said, "This is not a man, but the voice of a God." And he received that. He believed himself to be more than he was. And so there is a need at this time for us to be impervious to the attacks of the enemy. And the way that we are unreachable is if we're invisible. And the grace of God can make us invisible. So getting back to Elijah, he got to the place where he said, "I'm no better than my fathers." And I said one statement in there, said, this is the kind of humility that unites generations. There is a spirit of Elijah coming to the church that unites the fathers with sons. And it cannot unite arrogant sons that boast against their fathers. It cannot unite fathers who have no confidence and no desire to create an inheritance for their sons. So God is doing this work in us. And he's warning us today the same way he was warning the Pharisees of their day, of his day, with the words that he said, "Because you say you see, your sin remains." And that's, you can go and read it. I think it's in John chapter 9. It is John chapter 9, right at the end of the chapter. Such a powerful truth for us. But this is the protection that we have when we are walking in humility and giving the credit, the honor, the glory to God. Then the invisible powers that are at work that seem to destroy so many on our right hands and left hands will not come near us. There is a sustaining covering, empowering, protection that we can walk under. But it begins by being aware of our limitations and weaknesses. And that's why the Apostle Paul said so clearly that when I am weak, then I am strong. The reason I have any strength at all is because I'm aware of my weaknesses. So anyway, I just want to encourage you with that today, to pursue humility, to pursue a correct and honest, clear view of who you are in your strengths, but also particularly in your weaknesses and limitations. So for Watchmen on the Wall Ministries and Off the Wall, this has been Mark Brisebois. Stay tuned. We'll be sending out some more articles, despite the fact that I'm on vacation. Love you all. Bless you.